What's up, guys? I'm back with another movie review. Today I'm here to talk about The Strangers Pray at Night. So in this movie, the strangers from the first movie. Well, they're back. This time they're going to a remote trailer park where there's currently a family, mom and a dad, and a brother and a sister. A nice little nuclear family. And they're having some issues because the daughter is this like emo hot topic chick, and she's trying to rebel in all these different ways, and it's just kind of backfiring on her. So they've had enough of her nonsense, and they're going to put her into this boarding school. So they're going as a family to take her to drop her off. And, everybody's just, this family just has a lot of drama. And they make it to the trailer park, and, the emo girl kind of stomps off and smokes her cigarettes without inhaling. And parents send her brother out to, try to find her and see what's going on. And so the brother and sister are walking around the trailer park. While they're gone, a girl comes up and knocks on the trailer door. The parents answer, and she's looking for Tamara. Tamara's not there, of course. And pretty soon, things just kind of spiral into what you would expect from The Strangers. That's pretty much the plot. Anyway, so this movie drops most of the psychological stuff from the first movie. And to be honest, I didn't really think the first one was that smart or psychological to begin with. I just thought it was kind of a thriller with some horror elements. There were a couple really creepy scenes where people were lurking in the background. But overall, I didn't think it was some kind of like big mind-bending psychological thriller. I just thought it was kind of a standard thriller with a little bit of horror thrown in. This movie drops all that, just goes for a stalk and slash approach, and I have no issues with that whatsoever. I like tons of movies like that. But in this case, the movie is completely gutless. It wastes a bunch of time on just completely you have to suspend disbelief in a movie like this, but this is way too much. The strangers are pretty much psychic. They can teleport. They have all these supernatural powers that we're not told that they have, and it's, but they have to have them, otherwise they couldn't do the things in the movie that they do. It just stretches way too far. With a character like Jason or, Michael Myers, you can tell there's something, supernaturally evil about them. With these people, they're just regular people who happen to be able to be over here one second and then completely all the way across the trailer park in the next second with no explanation. But here's my main issue with this movie. It's not scary. It has almost no blood in it. It has almost no tension in it. It has almost no atmosphere in it. It has one scene, and that's the scene by the pool. And I think everybody who sees this movie is going to love that scene, and it is fantastic. But the rest of the movie just it's not even close to that level. The only kind of bright spot for me was the fact that the emo girl was so cringy that it added some fun to it. But I hated how the camera would always cut away right before some violence happened. You never got to see anything. If you're going to make a slasher movie, slash somebody, you know what I mean? Let's see some blood, let's see some gore, let's see some violence. And this movie doesn't do that. It has a great soundtrack. The pool scene is fantastic, but this movie is not scary, and it has no gore in it, and I just thought it was really lame. It's not the worst horror movie I've ever seen, but it's not very good either. The Strangers, the first one, was no classic, but compared to this, it looks like a horror masterpiece. I just thought this was a boring, drawn out, kind of gutless movie, because the whole movie is about how, they're just going to stalk and slash, take out the psychological thriller parts of it, and just make it be about the hunt and about the brutal kills. And then there's no brutal kills. It's like, I know I'm harping about the violence, but come on, you make a slasher movie and then you have no slashing. It just doesn't make any sense. So anyway, I didn't like Strangers Pray at Night that well, as you can tell. But if you're a horror fan, you could do worse. It maybe is worth a watch if you're a genre fan, but just keep your expectations low, because this movie does very little at all, period. That's my review of Strangers Pray at Night. You can read my full review at markfusion.com. So there's over 1,000 other movies, including movies that have way better approaches to slasher movies. Way more gore, way more scares, way more tension, way more atmosphere. I'm also on Instagram, Twitter, Twitch, Patreon if you want to get exclusive content. You can also go to Letterboxd and follow me there to see what I'm watching, get an idea of what might be coming up here, and if you want to recommend something or see something that I've watched but I haven't reviewed here, bump to the top of the list, just let me know. Here, somewhere on social media, wherever. And that's it. But as I always say at the end of these, subbing to me is the best way you can help me out. It's free and easy, and it directly supports me and helps me to continue to make content. And watching the old videos is awesome too. That really helps me out a ton. Thanks for watching this video. Hopefully I'll see you guys soon.